Hello everyone, welcome to the session on water utility worker safety. First we're going to look at the class objectives, the objectives for the course, for this particular lesson. So you will be able to name the regulatory agency that enforces safety rules in California, describe the California workers' comp insurance system, define a confined space, explain excavation trenching safety, explain the purpose for and methods for lockout tagout, explain the purpose and requirements of the right to know about chemicals in your workplace regulation, explain health and physical hazards, and then explain the purpose and use of the SEMS emergency management system, standardized emergency management system. So first, I'm going to kind of walk you through the assignments more than just give you a bunch of data, because the materials you're going to be learning is already sort of on the website and inside the assignment. So I'm going to just kind of go over the assignments again. Assignment 1 will be going to the Department of Industrial Relations website and answering the questions after looking around the website and getting familiar with it. And then enter your answers to your questions right into Moodle itself. It won't be a scan upload, it's where you insert the text right into Moodle. So that's pretty straightforward, just getting to know the website. And then the next activity will be, this is the group 1, where the 5 most important things to know. And so in your 4 groups, you'll each be assigned one of these 4 categories, either electrical safety, including lockout, tagout, confined space, trench and excavation safety, and then health and physical hazards, including chlorine. So that'll be kind of interesting. Again, you will be creating a PowerPoint, a 5-slide PowerPoint, and intended for everyone else in the other groups to come and look at your PowerPoint and see what you are thinking are the 5 most important things to know about your topic. I think it's kind of fun. Let me know. Well, let me know at the end of the week how things went, or if the wiki doesn't work. That's my biggest. I'm wondering how this wiki is going to work. It's a great idea in theory, but we'll see how technologically it pans out. So that's it. Oh, I kind of already said everything here on this slide. What else? I guess the last thing is all the material in your slides will be on the quiz. So again, this is not just for you to learn, but it's also for to transfer that info to other people in your in the class, in the other groups. So that is really just a brief overview of the assignments. I am going to jump into SEMS, see if I have enough time to do this in 15 minutes. Okay, so standardized emergency management system. It is required by Government Code 8607 for managing response to multi-agency jurisdictional emergencies. It is intended to structure and facilitate the flow of emergency info and resources. This, it's not that new, but it seems new to me. It was created in response to the 91 Oakland Hills fire, which many of you may be too young to even remember. But anyway, it was a big fire up in the Oakland Hills that was kind of an emergency cross-departmental disaster. You know, the coordination among the different agencies and, who's in charge and, all of that was lacking. So they required an emergency operations center to be set up with an incident command system and with the Office of Emergency Services as the oversight agency. There are the website. You'll have a web page that will go and give you this info and a whole lot more, but I'll just kind of go over it, in an overview. So there are 5 organizational response levels. the field level, which is more where most of us participate in response, the local government, which will be like if you were with the city of Santa Rosa or the county, you would be the local government contact. Then there would be an operational area, which would probably be done at the county center in the EOC there, but it would be include a greater operational area. Then there would be the regional and then the state level. Again, make sure you watch the SEMS video. That also explains a lot more of this, way more in depth, and way better than I am. So there you go. The okay. So okay, looks like it's time to talk about your third assignment, which is what's up in Shadyville. So attached is the scenario description for a water contamination incident in Shadyville, Arkansas. And as you read through it, underline the parts or the data that are most important for responding to this incident. And then as we look at the next slides, think about how each of the 5 SEMS functions will be used to respond to this incident. Now, at this point, you might want to stop your video, open up the description and look at it and read it, and then listen to the rest of the PowerPoint. Excuse me. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to look at a little bit of the 5 functions a little bit more in depth. And they are the management, which will have a public information officer. And this is the person who will be your information inflow and outflow person. This will be the person who will talk to the press. This is a very important position. This is so the press gets it from one source and not a whole bunch of people. The other important one is a safety officer. And then there will be your liaison between the other sections, the operations, planning, intelligence, and logistics, and finance, and administration. And then the next section will be the operations. And that's pretty much where, again, the field workers, the staff, you will be, you'll be in that area. You'll be reporting to somebody who's in charge, or you may be in charge of that yourself for your own especially if it's a small treatment plant. Planning and intelligence, these are the people that are, for example, with Santa Rosa, they were kind of our GIS people. They were our people who had their finger on sort of the water and the sewer model, so they could kind of do some predictions and some GIS predictions and help with some of the planning of, maybe some of the repairs that might be maybe not the same day as the incident, but maybe a little bit later. Really interesting place to work. And then there's logistics. They are the people that kind of, they help with response, but then they also help with keeping the operations center operating. Getting food for the people, food for staff, food for emergencies, water, emergency water supplies, if needed. Those kinds of pump arounds if it's a sewer issue, that kind of thing. And then, of course, your finance administration people. They are the people that will let you know, yeah, we have the budget for that, or they'll give the okay to do a purchase order or something like that. Again, another important role. And, oops, I may have already gone through this again, but I'll go over it again. Okay. So the PIO, Public Information, advises the incident commander on info, dissemination, and media. They obtain info from and to the planning section. Safety officer monitors the safety conditions, works with operations to ensure their safety. Again, the safety issues will vary from incident to incident, but important ones are where there's gas or places where you might have to evacuate people, like chlorine gas explosion or something like that. So, yeah, that's an important position. The liaison is the primary point of contact for the other agency reps, and as well as interfunction rep, as I said before. It provides briefing and answers questions from other agencies. The next one is operations function. Directs and coordinates all incident tactical operations. Typically one of the first organizations assigned to incident, often the first responders. Has most incident resources, vehicles, materials, supplies. And they would also work on interagency response, such as WARN or other intercity agreements. And organized staging or special areas. Again, that's something where you could probably envision yourself being a part of. Planning and intelligence. Their function is to gather and analyze and disseminate information. They manage the incident response, the planning process. They manage the incident action plan, which is a really important part of the whole response. That is, as I referred to, maybe some work that needs to be done during the incident, and then also plans toward what's going to be more of a long-term fix after the incident. And then they also manage the technical specialists such as map technicians and engineers. As I said before, the planners, people who might have access to the sewer water models and to the GIS to help with that sort of planning. Logistics. They may have 3 separate units: food, medical, communication. They provide resources and services required to support the incident activities, everything that I said, all the other 5 functions. And they develop and forward portions of incident action plan to the planning section. And they are the ones who will contract for and purchase goods and services needed at the incident, such as food, water, communications, supplies, possible repair supplies. And finance administration. They are responsible for financial and cost analysis related to incident. They oversee contract negotiations. For example, if we need to hire a small contractor to come in and clear a ditch or a waterway or construct some sort of a retaining wall, we would need to negotiate a real quick contract. They would oversee that. They track personnel and equipment costs. They process claims for accidents and injuries. They work with logistics to ensure resources are procured. These guys are really important in terms of tracking costs. If you are going to do a reimbursement through oh gosh, I forgot the name. Oh, FEMA. Through FEMA, you need to be able to make sure you can track and justify all of your costs that you are claiming for reimbursement. That's really, really important. And, okay, so now for you on the assignment, these are the questions that you will be asked to answer vis-a-vis the scenario. So as a water utility, what one thing could you do to assess the situation? After discovering the main break, what could crews do for containment or isolation of the area? Who will coordinate? Who will manage the incident communications? What items will be indicated in the incident action plan and in what priority? And then what alternative resources could be called upon? Now remember, because you are a water company responding, you will be setting up what's called the Department Operations Center, which will have all the same 5 functions that we just talked about, but you'll just do it at a smaller scale inside the Shadyville Water Department. So I hope that's clear. Let me know if you have questions. Good luck. I hope you enjoy this. I like this because I got to do a lot of this. So, and some of you who are already working in like the water agency may have already taken a SEMS training or know about it. So there you go. Good luck. Write to me if you have questions. And see you online. Bye.